Are you thinking of getting the PICO 4? Or maybe you have it and you're thinking, what are the best games on the PICO 4? Does it even have any good games? Well, have no fear, WaqMan is here. Today, we are going to go through the top 11 PICO 4 games out right now. Why 11? Because why not? Now, these are the best games in my opinion, so it may be different for you. Talking about being the best, remember we have our 60k subscriber special giveaway on right now, where as soon as we hit 60k, the winner can choose any game on the PICO 4, the Quest 2 or the PSVR 2. To enter, simply like the video, subscribe to the channel, put on bell notifications and comment hashtag WaqMan60k down below. The sooner we get there, the faster you can win. Well, let's get straight into the video. Now, this list isn't in any particular order, but I think all of these are the best games on the PICO 4. Number 1. Red Matter 2. Now, Red Matter 2 is an immersive VR puzzle adventure set in a captivating Cold War-inspired sci-fi universe. As the protagonist Sasha Riss, a dedicated Volgravian agent, players embark on a mission to unravel the enigma of red matter and its connection to the supernatural phenomena. The game boasts around a 6-hour story-driven campaign filled with exploration, puzzle solving, object interaction, and the discovery of well-kept secrets. Utilizing a customized version of the Unreal Engine, Red Matter 2 delivers visually stunning graphics and impressive performance, optimized for the PICO 4 platform. Its unique control scheme enables players to seamlessly switch between various tools like grips, flashlight scanners, and firearms, providing a realistic experience for manipulating in-game objects. With hidden collectibles, achievements, and multiple endings determined by the player choices, the game offers substantial replay value. Its pros include a compelling narrative exploring themes of nationalism, espionage, and ethics in a captivating sci-fi setting, breathtaking visuals, and challenging seamlessly integrated puzzles. While the negative for the game includes a hefty storage requirement of around 8 GB, but Red Matter 2 stands as a remarkable VR experience and excels in quality and immersion. Despite minor graphical and narrative drawbacks, it is highly recommended for enthusiasts of sci-fi tales, puzzle solvings, and VR adventures. Number 2. Blade and Sorcery Nomad. This brings a dynamic VR experience plunging players into the heart of physics-based combat within a medieval fantasy world. This game offers an extensive array of weaponry and magic, allowing you to engage in thrilling battles against waves of foes in various areas or explore the dungeon game mode with semi-procedurally generated environments. The game's standout features include a physics-driven combat system that authentically stimulates the weight, momentum, and impact of your chosen weapons and spells. It grants players the freedom to slash, stab, shoot, or even enchant their arsenals with the lifelike effects. Additionally, the game's ragdoll physics and gore effects intensify the immersion and add a touch of humor. With a broad selection of weapons, spells, and even the possibility of customizing your own game experience through a sandbox mode, Blade and Sorcery Nomad excels in providing replayability. Players can slow down time for cinematic maneuvers, enhancing their combat prowess, and explore hidden collectibles, achievements, and Easter eggs. Despite its virtues, the game does falter in some aspects. It lacks a story or progression, relying on player motivation and imagination. There are technical issues such as frame drops, crashes, glitches. Additionally, if you've ever played the PC version, it can't really compare with the graphics. But overall, Blade and Sorcery Nomad stands out as a stellar VR experience that immerses players in its captivating physics-based combat within a medieval setting. Its strong points include a faster weaponry, sandbox mode, mod support, which is actually the key factor in the game. But again, it falls short in storytelling and some technical stability and some graphical aspects. But overall, it's highly recommended. Number 3. Breachers. Now, Breachers is a tactical 5v5 first-person shooter game developed by Triangle Factory. The game offers a polished tactical shooter experience reminiscent of Rainbow Six Siege. It delivers satisfying combat with high emphasis on strategy. Some of the positives of the game include its polished presentation, satisfying gunplay. Breachers also offers several offline options like the lobby shooting range, a quick tutorial, and bot matches, but it's primarily an online multiplayer game. It features casual matchmaking lobbies with an option for private servers, 2 modes, and 4 maps, but the bomb defusal mode is where things come alive. Some of the features of Breachers include ability to climb, vault, rappel, swing, shoot, and strategize your way to victory in the stunning environment. Players can customize their extensive weaponry at the start of each round. Enforcers can catch their opponents by surprise with gadgetry like drones, cloaking devices, flashbangs, and breaching foam, while Revolters, which is another class, can use door blockers, trip mines, static field emitters, and proximity sensors to defend their position. It is surprisingly fun and intense, but in the beginning you'll probably die straight away and spectate most of the match. And in VR that can get old really fast, but if you carry on, get better, it's a blast. No pun intended. Number 4. Pistol Whip. Now this is a game that lets you engage in rhythmic shooting with pistols and other weapons. You can play along to various music tracks and styles, and dodge bullets and obstacles in different environments. The game has a rhythm-based shooting system that syncs your action with the music. You can shoot enemies, walls, and objects to create your own beat and score. You can also choose between different weapons, modifiers, and difficulty levels to customize your experience. The game has a variety of music tracks and styles to choose from. You can play along to electronic, rock, hip-hop, metal, and more. The game has a bullet time function that lets you slow down time and perform cinematic moves. You can use this to dodge attacks, aim better, or execute multiple enemies at once. The game also has a sandbox mode that lets you experiment with different weapons, gadgets, and settings. You can spawn enemies, items, and props to create your own scenarios. But there's also 2 story modes. Both have a unique twist and are actually a lot of fun to play. One is set in the future and the other in the Wild West. Pistol Whip has fun and satisfying shooting that makes you feel like a badass action hero. The game gives you a lot of freedom and creativity to dispatch your enemies in various ways. It also has ragdoll physics and gore effects that add to the immersion. The game has a high replay value as you can try different music tracks, weapons, modifiers, and difficulty levels. So overall, it's actually a really fun game that you can't really go wrong with. Number 5. In Death Unchained. This immerses players in a captivating VR experience where they engage in an archery combat with haunting and twisted version of the afterlife. Facing hordes of undead adversaries across distinct realms, players unlock an array of weapons, abilities, and achievements in this roguelike adventure. The game's roguelike structure ensures a fresh experience with each playthrough, as levels, enemies, and items are randomly generated. 3 unique realms, which are Sanctuary, Paradise Lost, and the Abyss, which presents their own themes, challenges, and secrets to explore. The archery combat system impressively stimulates the weight trajectory and impacts of arrows, offering a variety of arrow types, including fire, ice, poison, and explosive. Special items like shields, crossbow, and teleport orbs further enhance their gameplay. Progression is an integral part, allowing players to unlock new weapons, abilities, and achievements. Rewards in the form of gold, experience, and shards are earned by slaying enemies and conquering challenges. These resources facilitate purchases, leveling up, and access to the Abyss. The leaderboard system adds a competitive edge, enabling players to gauge their performance globally and witness the ghosts of other players in their runs. The game's standout feature includes an immensely enjoyable and satisfying combat, making players feel like skilled archers. Ragdoll physics and gore effects intensify the immersion, while impressive graphics enhance the game's realism and atmosphere. While lacking a narrative, In Death Unchained offers high replay value through diverse weaponry abilities and realms, along with the hidden collectibles and achievements. For fans of roguelike or archery games, this title provides an engaging and thrilling VR experience. Number 6. Contractors. Now this brings intense-based multiplayer shooting action to virtual reality, offering realistic weapon handling and customizable loadouts. This game for me actually reminds me of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Contractors offers an immersive multiplayer experience with cross-play support for other platforms like Steam VR, Quest 2, and now the PICO 4, enhancing its player base and variety. The game's diverse range of modes, including objective-based, zombie survival, co-op missions, and free roam, ensures gameplay variety. To elevate immersion, Contractors employs a full-body IK system and virtual gunstock and physical gunstock support. Contractors boasts impressive graphics and sound effects, crafting a lifelike and immersive environment. Personally, I think it's the best-looking VR shooter. Smooth and responsive gameplay tailored to the PICO 4's tracking and streaming capabilities provides an enjoyable experience. Now, Contractors caters to experienced players, which can be challenging for beginners due to its skill-based gameplay. However, that's the same with all other VR shooters. If you're rubbish, you're gonna get killed. But in conclusion, Contractors caters to the VR enthusiast seeking realistic competitive shooters, offering unique features and experiences. However, it may not suit everyone in the beginning due to its high skill ceiling. However, you can play solo against bots, but that does get old fast. Number 7. Demeo. Now this is an exciting co-op tabletop VR experience, allowing you and your friends to embark on a fantasy adventure. Demeo invites players to cooperative adventure within a procedurally generated fantasy realm, selecting from 4 distinct roles and employing cards to cast spells and take actions. Cross-play support across various platforms extends its multiplayer reach. The game's ever-changing immersive world provides strategic, team-oriented combat encounters, complete with diverse enemies, bosses, traps, secrets, and loot. The title's nostalgic art style recreates the classic board game ambience with VR offering smooth and intuitive gameplay. Now there's also a compelling storyline unfolding as you progress. Solo players might find this game a challenge due to its emphasis on communication and cooperation. This game is to be played with other people, that's where the real fun lies. But if you're good, you can play it solo. I got overwhelmed really fast though. In conclusion, Demeo is a great choice for VR enthusiasts keen on co-op tabletop experiences, offering a unique and enjoyable adventure. There's actually nothing like this in VR right now, other than this game. But it may not suit everyone, especially for those who are just looking for a solo experience. You can play it, but it's very difficult. Number 8. Gun Raiders. Now I thought I'd put a free game in there as well. So this game allows you to engage in lively and competitive matches in various different game modes, featuring elements like jetpacks, wall climbing, and customizable weapons and skins. The game supports cross-play and cross-platform. Its fun and colorful art style contributes to a lively and humorous atmosphere and intuitive gameplay. The social aspect enables players to interact with friends within the VR environment. Despite its many strengths though, some players may find the fast-paced nature of Gun Raiders chaotic and confusing, demanding quick reflexes and situational awareness. There was a lot going on when I was playing, it was complete chaos. But Gun Raiders is a fantastic option for VR, especially for people who appreciate free-to-play competitive shooters, offering a unique and enjoyable experience. However, again, it may not cater to everyone, particularly those seeking a more relaxed gaming experience. Number 9. Stride. Now this is a really cool one from my perspective. This brings the exhilarating world of parkour to virtual reality, offering a dynamic experience where players can run, jump, and climb through a cityscape by utilizing their body movements for character control. Stride impressively emulates the fluidity of parkour with fast-paced and nimble gameplay, drawing inspiration from EA's iconic Mirror's Edge franchise. The game's wide cityscape style closely resembles the Mirror's Edge aesthetic. It successfully captures the physicality and weight of the parkour movements, ensuring an engaging and athletic experience for players of all skills. Overall, Stride delivers an immersive VR parkour experience, capturing the essence of a high-energy sport. Although there is room for improvement in terms of content and bug fixes, plus the story still needs to be fleshed out, it remains a compelling choice for parkour enthusiasts and VR gaming enthusiasts alike. Number 10. Walkabout Minigolf. Now this brings the classic pastime of minigolf into the realm of virtual reality, offering an engaging experience with a variety of courses. Walkabout Minigolf presents an impeccably designed take on timeless and beloved game of minigolf, seamlessly adapted for VR. It actually feels like you're really there. With 4 meticulously crafted 18-hole courses, plus there's DLCs if you want more, each featuring a challenging night mode, the game embraces realistic physics that both challenge players and reward skillful shortcuts. Collecting lost balls as you progress through the unlockable courses adds an enjoyable layer of depth of gameplay. The VR immersion achieved by Walkabout Minigolf is remarkable, despite its low poly aesthetic. If you've got the accessory, it makes it even better. But the virtual golf club controls work smoothly with touch controllers, catering to all players. The game's attention to quality, lighting, and layered sound designs enhances the overall experience. However, some drawbacks include the exclusive use of teleportation for movement, potentially limiting the appeal to seated players, and the minimalistic low poly textures may be less impressive for some. But overall, Walkabout Minigolf successfully recreates the charm of minigolf in VR, offering a delightful experience for enthusiasts of the sport or those curious about VR gaming. And last but not least, number 11, Moss 2. Now this is a sequel to the original Moss, a VR game that takes you on an adventure in a storybook world. You control a mouse named Quill and also play as the reader, a human-sized entity flipping through Moss's story. The game starts off moments after the first game ending and builds up much of what made the original so memorable. So it is advisable to you play the first one. It is as good as this, if not better. So Moss 2 is a puzzle platformer game in VR with action combat. The game has you controlling both Quill, a mouse, and the reader, flipping through a story. Quill's goal is to find the glass shards she needs to stop Tillian, hopping her way through the various environments. The game expands the roster of enemies with new foes. The Quill now has 2 new weapons, a hammer and a chakram, in addition to her sword. Moss 2 skillfully builds on everything that made the first part great. The game provides a uniquely personal experience with wonderful subtlety and expressiveness of its animation. The puzzles are inventive and not short of fresh ideas. New weapons provide a welcome flexibility to your combat style. Now there are some cons, which the action combat has not really dramatically improved over the original. Now you could like that or you may not depending on how you feel, but some players have found that the story isn't necessarily the strongest aspect. There are often drawn out fight sequences that interrupt the gameplay as well. However, Moss 2 offers an immersive VR experience that builds upon its predecessor. It introduces new features and improvements, although there are areas where it could be better. It's definitely worth checking out for fans of the original game, although I do recommend the first one if you think you want to get this one. Well, that's all folks. Here are the top 11 games for the PICO 4. Let me know what your favorite VR games are. And also don't forget to enter the giveaway. Well, thanks for watching, have a great day, stay safe and see you next time.